Every month, GameRanks goes through the absolute massive amount of mobile games that comes out and bring you the best ones. I'm Falcon, and today on GameRanks, the best free iOS and Android games of March 2018. Quick disclaimer, we do both a free list and a paid list. The paid list is already out. There's some really good ones, so you'll want to watch that as well. On with the free ones. Number 10 is ChronoBlade. ChronoBlade is a side-scrolling beat-em-up hack and slash that might make you feel a little bit like you're playing Streets of Rage. Not necessarily overly so, but it will give you sort of a reminder of that era, that style of game. But it also incorporates RPG elements. Now, keeping in mind the RPG elements are kind of how it manages to get itself into free-to-play territory, so be wary of that. Still, it's perfectly easy to play it without spending a single dollar. It's fun if you like Streets of Rage. It is the right kind of game. Number 9 is Read Only Memories Type M, which is a good old school point and click. However, it is cyberpunk, kinda cutesy cyberpunk, but cyberpunk nonetheless. It will actually make you feel like you're playing a Japanese game quite a bit. At least that's what it did for me. It's kind of presented as somewhere between a dystopia and a utopia, and I don't mean like normal life. I mean like there's elements of dystopia and elements of utopia. I haven't finished this game yet, but I'm definitely going to. It's got an engaging story, interesting characters, and I love the style of it. And I don't just mean the visual style, I mean every bit of style that is in it. It's paced like an old school point and click, and I like that a lot. It's refreshing because a lot of them are kind of breakneck at this point. You should check it out. Number 8 is My Tamagotchi Forever, which is an evolution of the old school Tamagotchi. However, it is quite a bit more interesting, visually speaking. It looks a lot more like Animal Crossing than it does like an old LCD game, but you still play mini games, evolve your Tamagotchi, take care of them, feed them, tickle them with the touchscreen. And for nostalgia purposes, it's great, but it's also like a much better version of what Tamagotchi was. Number 7 is Heir of Light, a social RPG that really looks nice. Like, this is what I'm sure a lot of people thought about when they said RPGs on mobile, maybe 5-6 years ago. When people saw Infinity Blade, they were like, wow, the graphics in this game are like a console. And immediately there was a section of people who were thinking about RPGs who thought of games that looked exactly like this. Gameplay-wise, it is in a lot of ways very similar to other social RPGs, however, it is packed with content, and I felt like it was more worth it than other social RPGs, if that makes any sense to you. The only thing I would say is that it can kind of be a little bit repetitive, but if you like social RPGs, this is probably one of the lesser types. It's a good game. Like, I'm very happy with this game in terms of social RPGs, but people who find this type of game repetitive may not enjoy it so much. Anybody else I would definitely give a recommend to, though. Number 6 is Sword Art Online Integral Factor, an RPG taking place inside an RPG in which you are trapped in the RPG that's in Sword Art Online. It's confusing, but it doesn't really matter. It's an action RPG, it's not shocking in gameplay, and maybe the controls are a little bit complex for my taste, but the game itself is actually fun. It provides a good gameplay loop, and is certainly worth the time. Number 5 is Marvel Strike Force, a squad-based, turn-based RPG. You build a squad, you get gear, you upgrade that gear, upgrade your team, and while it's not going to set the world on fire, mechanically speaking, it is engaging and it is fun. The game plays like something you're like, oh, yeah, well, why didn't this exist before? Because it seems a lot like a really massive, no duh, this should exist already. Its strategy bend in its combat provides a lot of interesting and fun gameplay with a lot of fantastic animations that just look cool as hell at all times. Basically, if you want a turn-based strategy RPG with Marvel characters in it, why aren't you playing this already? Number 4 is Shadowgun Legends, a first-person shooter with an actual full campaign of over 200 missions on 4 planets. There's co-op PvE, there's PvP, and it takes place in a really good-looking futuristic world that, honestly, you'd be shocked to see on a console maybe a generation or 2 ago. It looks great, and it is fun as hell. For the kinds of controls you can expect on a mobile game, this is really top-notch. The play is fun, and I think that the graphics actually contribute to the play because you're not thinking about the fact that it's a mobile game at all while you're playing it. It really helps with the immersion factor, and with an FPS, that's actually the best thing to ask for. Shadowgun Legends is just probably one of the finest examples of an FPS on any mobile platform, and you need to play it if that's the kind of game you want to play. Number 3 is Fortnite. Good God, it's Fortnite. I've been playing PUBG for a while. Fortnite comes around, kind of upends what you can expect in this type of a game because it brings so many new mechanics to the formula. And I have to say, it has really edged into any time that I spend on PUBG, and now it's on my phone. Or at least on my iOS one. It'll be on the Android that I carry around with me soon, and we will make sure that you know when. But Fortnite is fun as hell. I love Fortnite. Number 2 is The Sims Mobile, which that title describes exactly what you're getting with The Sims Mobile. You have a group of people that are basically under your control, kind of like pets, but not really, but kinda. And you build them a house, you build lives around them, and you kind of let them play out. This is a good mobile version of The Sims. It also brings in some social elements which allow you to host and attend parties with other peoples and their Sims. And if you're a fan of The Sims, this is for you. It is a great version of The Sims you can have with you at all times. And finally, number 1 is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Mobile. I said it in the Fortnite one. I love PUBG and I love Fortnite, and I'll basically advocate for either of them at any time. I'm a little bit in the Fortnite camp, but I really only have a foot there. Otherwise, I stay pretty balanced because these games are both incredibly fun. And this is the original 100 players, last one standing wins specific set of rules, and it's now on mobile. Fortnite obviously brings a lot more stuff to it and other modes that have nothing to do with Battle Royale, but this is Battle Royale. This is it. This is the thing that started it, and now it's in your pocket. Couple of bonus games for you. DC Unchained, which is an action RPG. It is currently only available in Asia. You can get it if you're smart, but if you're in Asia, just pick it up, it's fun. And also Armello, which is a board game played with cards, drawing, and a hexagonal board. This is a game I've been playing on the PC for a while, and works pretty damn good on iOS. Which free mobile game did you enjoy most this month? Leave us a comment, and if you like this video, click the button that says so. If you're not subscribed, now would be a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero, and we'll see you next time right here on Game Ranks.